Holy shit! Hey guys, welcome to episode 10 of Terra Talks. Now that we've finally recovered from our shenanigans over at E3, I would like to give you some gaming news as usual. I've missed you guys so much in this format, sitting here in my living room-esque studio area, talking to you guys about games. So first, I do want to talk a little bit about my highlights from E3. And first of all, Titanfall is the best Xbox exclusive. I'm really excited for that one. There's also a bunch of titles that I fangirl over like crazy. Like for instance, Metal Gear Solid 5, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. What else is there? Let me think about it. There is Kingdom Hearts 3, which is gonna be cool, and a bunch of other awesome stuff. I really think that Xbox kind of set the bar a little bit back to normal, and PS4 totally blew us out of the water. So I'm really, really happy about the next gen consoles. So this week we have a ton of cool game announcements as well as release dates, but first, of course, let's talk about the new Xbox One DRM changes. So it looks like Xbox One is switching it up and there's not going to be any weird DRM rules enforced on you. Microsoft's Don Matrix announced that any games you buy on disc are going to be able to be shared just like they are now. In addition, there is no always online shit, so that is really awesome as well. You do need an internet connection to set it up initially, but that's it. That's a big Xbox 180. See what I did there? Did you get it? Yay, so this is awesome, right? But there are a few things that you're not actually gonna get to do now that they've changed the rules. No online sharing your game collection with 10 friends, or them sharing it with you either. No online account-bound storage of game licenses, unfortunately. We actually had this discussion over on our Facebook fan page, and we realized that you guys are still all for the PS4 instead of the Xbox One. Still. Now, while we're talking about hardware, let's talk a little bit about the changes to the price of the Nvidia Shield. They dropped it actually for like 50 bucks, which is pretty cool because it was really expensive to begin with. But at the same time, it's kind of funny because Nvidia was talking all about how they're just like boasting their new processor and everything is gonna be only that purpose. It's not for, you know, like profit. But then they're totally trying to make a profit now. Why did they do this? Probably because they realized after E3 that consumer feedback showed that nobody is gonna buy it if it's that expensive. No shit, Sherlock. If you're one of those Kickstarter addicts, you might be waiting for one of the Android consoles to come out. Well, the Ouya is set to be arriving at all backers pretty soon, but the GameStick has been postponed, unfortunately. GameStick is like this USB stick that comes with games on it and has a controller that reminds you of the NES, but their production is going a little bit slow. They underestimated the demand for this product, and now PlayJam is announcing that it's going to be coming out in August. The online zombie game The War Z is changing their name to Infestation Survivor Stories. Hammerpoint Interactive says it has something to do with overlapping trademarks and stuff. Maybe they're talking about DayZ or the Brad Pitt action movie World War Z. Or maybe it has something to do with the early clusterfuck of issues that they've had with running false advertisements. Valve even kicked them off of Steam in December. The Metacritic really says it all. If I were them, I would want a new name for my game as well if I'm trying to make a fresh start. Obviously. If you play games on your smartphone or your PC, it is very likely that you've played some free-to-play games. I mean, who hasn't wanted to spend a few cents to like upgrade your crops in Farmville or maybe even buy new skins in League of Legends? Well, Nintendo is actually thinking about taking the plunge and doing the exact same thing. The Japanese game company wants to make a free-to-play version of the submarine game Steel Driver. The game was released a little while ago on the 3DS already. I have no idea how this game will work as a free-to-play game. I mean, what can we spend money on? Oxygen? And if we don't, our character dies? I don't know. This is a huge and scary test for Nintendo, and that's probably why they're not using their biggest franchises on it. I mean, think about it. Think of a free-to-play Mario Party. I mean, that would be pretty crazy, buying new boards and new minigames. Or I mean, maybe even Animal Crossing. You can pay for more bells, you can make Tom Nook finish your house faster, if that's possible. I don't know, he seems pretty lazy. And that's it for this week's general news. Let's go ahead and jump into the game announcements.
We're sorry, you have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service.
Donation Games is now working on Hotline 2, Wrong Number. Expect more violence and a bunch more epic music. We at Zoomin.tv really loved the first game, so we're pretty pumped. Dutch game studio Paladin and Blind Ferret Entertainment are working together on a co-op hack and slash game called LFG, Fork of Truth. Yep, it is based on the comic series Looking for Group. You can find this on Kickstarter and you can get your own copy for only 20 bucks. Pretty good, right? And for those of you who want to play Thief 4 on your current generation consoles, you're actually in luck. Square Enix has announced that they are going to make an Xbox 360 and a PS3 version, which is pretty cool, but you got to keep in mind, this isn't going to be anywhere near the epicness of the next generation versions that we saw at E3. I mean, of course not, right? Now, talking about game announcements is pretty cool and all, and we're getting hyped for things in the future, but we can't play that shit. Let's talk about things that are coming out this week. The strategy game Company of Heroes will be released this Tuesday on PC. This time around, it's going to be about the Soviet Red Army versus the Germans of World War II. And I know I'll be playing it because basically I have this obsession with killing Nazis. It's a disease, I know.
An angel of death with no mercy, out to settle a score.
Biker action game Ride to Hell Retribution is coming to stores finally this week. This one is going to be about the former Nam soldiers who are in their 60s and they're living this like sex, drugs, and rock and roll lifestyle. Oh, and there's going to be something about revenge or something on some dead little brother? I don't know, it sounds pretty awesome. If you're in Europe, you can totally pick this up on Friday for the Xbox 360, PC, and PS3. If you're in the US, then you can pick it up today.
I'm not really hungry, but all right. Huh. Really didn't think this mask thing through, did I?
Now this is going to be a really cool one. Narcissistic mercenary Deadpool now finally has his own game. You can pick it up today in the States or Friday if you're in Europe. And this game is brought to you by the developers High Moon Studios, the same guys who brought you Transformers Fall of Cybertron. Deadpool is going to be available on the Xbox 360, PS3, and PC.
Gotcha! Ah! I got this!
Europeans can now enjoy the JRPG Time and Eternity this Friday. This game is going to be about Toki, who sees her husband dying at her own wedding and goes crazy and like uses her alter ego Toa to like track people down and seek revenge. It's pretty cool. Surprisingly, us in the States are going to have to wait till mid-July to see this title, which I'm pretty furious about. I mean, aren't we like superior to Europe in every way other than looks and fitness and awesomeness? See, this is why we get the game titles first, because it's like a consolation prize to like everything else that Europe is amazing at. We're down to the last game release of the week, guys. Can I get a drum roll? No? Okay, well, it's Game & Wario for the Wii U. Think a ton of fun minigames that are going to utilize the Wii U gamepad as well as the infamous Wii remote. The game has been available since Monday in the States, but you're going to have to wait until Friday to get it if you're in Europe. Haha! Now that we're done with all the gaming news and announcements and releases, let's jump into Tara's topic and get a little bit personal this week. So if you guys didn't know, this is episode 10 of Tara Talks, which is the last of the season. In between seasons, we're kind of going to take a week break where I'm going to travel to MLG and have some esports fun. Then we're going to come back and things are going to be a little bit different, but I'm not 100% sure exactly how different they'll be. But I'm 99.9% sure I'm still going to be your host and there's going to be even more gaming news, which should be awesome. But for this week's Tara topic, I kind of just wanted to ask you guys for feedback on how I've been doing. Watch the first episode, watch the 10th episode. Let me know how you guys think I'm doing in terms of, you know, just articulation, how I'm entertaining you guys, the gaming news that I'm presenting, how the editing guys are doing, just everything. Let me know how you guys feel and be honest. You're not going to hurt my feelings. I really do want to improve and make this the best viewer experience that I can. So pretty simple Tara's talk. Did I just say Tara's topic? I was just talking about I want feedback on my speech and then I suck at speaking. So yeah, simple Tara's topic this week. Let me know down in the comments and please like the video and subscribe to the channel, of course. Oh, and follow us on Twitter and YouTube. We are going to be huge on social networks soon. So Zoomin.tv Games is taking over the world. See you guys next week or next season. We have top 5 videos. We have top 5 videos. This is good. Did I say 4?
Yeah.
Fuck! Oh my god. Okay. Okay. We have top 5 videos. What the fuck?
Hang on. Right.
Okay, we're gonna make these quicker.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say fuck and then you're gonna go. I'm Tara Babcock, your host for Zoomin.tv, where I give you all of the great gaming news.